Hi, this is Evan here from the Latinum Institute, and in this lesson we're going to be looking at the letter D. I'm using a Wacom graphics tablet, but any pen will do as long as you can make a difference between your light upstroke and your dark downstroke. Any pen will do, even a normal ballpoint pen is fine. Although maybe for beginning you might want to use a pencil. So the letter D is formed of letters we've learned already. The bottom part of a D is an A, which we've done already. So that's our letter A, but we just give it a high upstroke, come down again on the same line, and then away like that. Because I'm writing on the tablet, my lines are maybe a little bit wonky sometimes, so let's eliminate that. So light up, dark down, straight up, straight down the same line, and away. So it's essentially the same as the A, which we just did before. So light up, curve, dark down, up, touch, and away. The only difference being, of course, that this line here, this line is longer. So the difference between an A and a D is the upper line. Some people, when they're doing this D, light up, dark down, give it a loop like that. That's not the way I do it, and it's not the way I was taught. So straight up, straight down on the same line, and away. So curve in, curve out, straight up, straight down, and away. There is a variation on the D for a D at the end of a word, and this is formed like this. And then we come up, we come round, and then we simply keep going. So that's a D at a final D at the end of a word. Of course, it has no stroke to continue on with the writing. So let's do that again. Light up, dark down, up, and then we just continue. So that's a D at the end of a word, and a D at the beginning and the middle of a word. Is formed like that. Let's do some Ds that are connected to other things. So D, I. D, J, D, Q, and so on. You can select any letters you like. So light up, curve, down, up to the top, down on the same line, and away. Remember that this line is like a walking stick. It must curve, and then you come back. If you wanted some practice, you can do a few practice strokes of this walking stick, and when you come back on the same line, it's like you've made the handle of an umbrella or something. So you could do a few lines like that, and the downstroke is also a walking stick. There's a vertical walking stick and a walking stick on an angle. This is the downstroke of the D, which is this stroke here. I'm going to do it in another color so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the walking stick here, and the other walking stick is here. And there are two walking sticks. Now, D and the final D which you don't have to use. You can use the straight D at the end of a word as well. Exercises, the sharp zigzag exercise, which you learn for practicing your light up, dark down and equal spacing and getting your strokes all at the same angle. Very important. Remember that the strokes, as I mentioned before, you want all your strokes to be at the same angle, and that you need to get a ruler and draw these lines through your letters regularly to check that you are getting your angles the same. As you can see here, the angles are pretty much the same. They haven't got to be exactly the same, but as close to being the same as possible is important. The other exercise to do is the long S exercise. I do recommend that you do this one whenever you learn a new letter. Do that one. And also the simple exercise of straight lines that are at the same angle and the same distance apart as much as you can get them. This is another very important calligraphy handwriting exercise. I'm not really teaching calligraphy here, this is handwriting, sort of nuts and bolts schoolroom handwriting for practical purposes. Although you could make this into a very beautiful copper plate if you wanted to. So, light up, dark down, light up, dark down and away. Light up, dark down, light up, dark down and away. Light up, dark down, light up, dark down and away. Light up, dark down, light up, dark down and away. And that's the letter D in the cursive script from the Latinum Institute, latinum.org.uk. If you want to support this YouTube channel, which has got lots of language learning material on it and also handwriting lessons, please do visit latinum.org.uk, or you can just Google for Latinum Patreon and you will find us, or go into Patreon and do a search for Latinum in the search box, Latinum. And goodbye from Evan, and I hope that this little lesson was useful.